shouldn't have been taken. It's very possible that Dan Caskey has drawn himself out of top 8.
Right.
That depends on the result of one other match. We have Zachary. All right. So going to game 3 here, 1-1. Jerry's or any of them.
We don't have any.
Okay. All right. So we have Zachary West. A more mid-range, very similar to like the block deck actually. His only creatures are Borderland Ranger, Huntmaster Olivia, and Thragtusk. So, other than that, he's playing Farseek, Dreadbore, Mizium Mortars, Sever. He's actually running 2 Rakdos' Returns.
Wow,
That's
main
a card,
deck.
Main deck, which is a card I have not typically been a fan of, but it actually is pretty respectable in this matchup.
Oh, yeah.
Brad plays no counter spells, as you may or may not know, so... he has 2 Syncopates?
Yeah, he has 2 Syncopates in the main deck, and after sideboard, he'll definitely have some more counters. I think Dissipate was his counter of choice. We're still working on the deck list for that one for you, but you've seen the blue-white-red Miracle deck before.
Yep, we've had that
if
one.
you've been watching all that.
Remember, Todd Anderson is also in the top 8 with this very same deck.
So shuffling up for game 3, we're going to also find out who's on the play for you. If John Midrange is on the play, I definitely like his matchup here. Brad Nelson's on the play, probably about 50-50. Zachary West's deck gets a lot better after sideboarding. He gets to side out these things like Pillar of Flame and... here we have the deck list for Brad Nelson. And it looks like after sideboard, yeah, Brad does have 2 Dissipate and 2 Negate if he wants them.
Right. Okay.
So Brad on the play, Hallowed Fountain go. Zachary will counter with Overgrown Tomb go. Both players just slowly developing their mana base here, but it looks like, yep, Farseek. So Zachary West steals the play back from Brad Nelson with that acceleration spell.
All right, Zach has all his colors going on. Brad, two blue-white duels.
Yep.
Brad's drawn a Tameo, makes a Clifftop Retreat. He's also online with his mana. We'll pass back the turn. These players with a little bit of a time extension, so you see that clock up on the top is accurate for their match. And this with top 8 implications. Zachary West draws a turn. He has a Liliana in his hand. That card, Liliana, unless Brad has a Detention Spear, could be a really big beat-in.
Yeah, and Zachary West just playing it cautiously, not playing his Liliana into a possible counter spell.
I feel like he's overestimating the number of counter spells in Brad's deck.
Probably.
I think the correct play is to slam into it. Brad with Jace the Memory... the
Architect
Jace
of
the
Thought.
Architect of Thought.
Too many Jaces.
They all have big titles, and he's gonna weak stone the Jace.
Ooh, and Zachary West drawing a Dreadbore. Great draw right now. He gets to go Keyrune into Dreadbore.
Definitely good. There's a Tameo coming down next turn, as we know, and that really will punish Brad. We have Dreadbore. No Tameo. I think he's gonna go Farseek. No Keyrune. He's gonna Farseek it anyway.
Okay, so acceleration spell plus Dreadbore.
Sure.
I think I like playing the
this way
Keyrune there.
This way is better. This is the same.
This way is a lot worse against a Planeswalker, that's for sure.
That's true.
Now, if he had played the Keystone, he'd be able to threaten lethal at the Tameo right this next turn. But what Brad Nelson doesn't know is that Zachary West has a Rakdos Return in hand.
Right, which is going to be very powerful.
Which is the absolute blowout.
If Brad dares to tap out here, he's going to lose 3 or maybe 4 cards.
Right, and his Planeswalker.
How much it does? It only does X, right? So it might not lose the whole Planeswalker. Tameo is loyal enough that she will survive through it, but not by much.
Brad Nelson here, and Brad's play also really depends on what he's seen from West's deck, because if he hasn't seen Rakdos Return yet, he's not going to play around it. And here we go.
Tameo tapping down the Borderland Ranger.
Yep.
And here's exposed. Zachary would probably, his best draw is a land.
Definitely.
Gets Huntmaster instead. So he can do get 3 damage and 3 cards from Brad. That seems pretty strong. He's going to go for Keyrune.
Keyrune into Geist, it looks like.
Yep.
Or maybe Liliana. I think I like Geist a lot more.
Strangleroot? I don't think he has a Strangleroot, does he?
Oh, no?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, he does. Wow.
That's naturalized.
Naturalized. Okay, his play makes a lot more sense then.
Right. So, but the problem is Brad now with Dissipate and with Syncopate and Negate in his hand. He's never going to get a chance at that Rakdos return anymore.
Right. And going long, Liliana definitely does not beat Tamiyo.
No.
He does have the Key Rune to threaten some damage at the Tamiyo, though.
Brad also with just with some counter spells.
Question
He's
from...
going to make Jace.
Another
Jace.
Jace.
Not Memory Adept. I keep saying that. Architect of Thought.
Architect.
He has so many professions. He's a Mind Sculptor and a Memory Adept and an Architect.
He's a man of all trades.
Yes, he does it all.
He walks the plains in his spare time, too.
And interestingly enough, Brad plussing Jace again to weak stone with the Jace, keeping Key Rune tapped down. So Borderland here can hit Jace, and then Zach West can kill the Jace, finish it off with Rakdos' return. I think that's what we're going to... Interestingly, yeah, I think that's what we're going to see here, too.
Yeah, it sure looks like it.
Discard 4, Rakdos' return, discarding 4 damage to redirect it at Jace.
Yeah, and now Brad Nelson will be drawing off the top.
Yep.
All the counters to the yard.
Liliana, not used this turn. Probably correct.
Yep, certainly correct. Slaughter games in West Sand.
Really?
Yeah,
that can be very dangerous. A Slaughter games on Entreat the Angels could be really bad for Brad.
Yeah, I definitely wonder if West has figured out how few win conditions Brad has.
Brad cycles an Azorius Charm. He's going to bring Tamiyo up 7 and pass the turn. Taps down the Key Rune. Brad's got to really, it doesn't. I would start by plussing the Liliana before doing anything. What
card could Brad have drawn that he wouldn't play?
Well, Slaughter games can't be countered, so.
Brad looks at his hand.
Gives him the deck. He has to show the hand, right? Yep, it's Jace.
Okay, so almost definitely named Entreat. Can't imagine anything else. Yeah, there it is. Now Brad's win conditions, very few. Very, very few.
Now, for the record, our math here, if these guys go to a draw, this match becomes very interesting. That possibility really opens the door for a ton of people.
Yeah,
we'll get to that if it happens.
I mean, they only have 6 minutes left here. Brad has...
To be honest, if they draw, what it probably does is it probably just lets all of table 2 get in, and this whole table will be blanked out.
Wow. And of course, tiebreakers can definitely change a lot in the last round.
So interestingly enough, Zachary did not, I think he's playing fast, did not plus the Liliana after Slaughter Gamesing.
Oh, interesting. Letting him cast the...
Yeah, I mean, I have to imagine he's just trying to play fast.
Right.
That's clearly the correct play.
Right. So Jace comes down, and now all of a sudden these two planeswalkers... A little tough to deal with here. Underworld connections.
That's a great draw for Zach. I think he needs to draw Punt Master. Knock Jace down to 4 because he needs to.
Yeah, he definitely has to put some pressure on here.
Well, the big problem is Jace is going to find. Yeah, if Brad's top 3 spells is a sweeper, Brad's back in this. Jace goes on to 2. Is there going to be a sweeper in here? No. But it does. We have a way to get rid of a Key Rune. That doesn't really matter. Give him the lands into something else. That's what he does. Sundering Growth. That's the disenchant that populates.
And Brad, it looks like, drew that might have been a Syncopate. Can't really tell, though. Definitely a blue card.
Tamiyo back up to 7. Locking down, I have to think it's still Key Rune.
Yeah, I think so.
Tap, no, it's going to lock down Wolf Token.
Oh, well, yeah, he has the growth for the Key Rune, so that makes sense.
Key Rune. And Zach needs to make sure that he pre-combat uses this Liliana.
Yeah, something like an Azorius Charm could be brutal.
Drag Tusk, sure. Get that card out of Brad's hand, though. That's really what you have to do.
Wow.
1 at Tamiyo, 1 at Jace. Tamiyo drops to 5. Jace is gone. Brad did not have an Azorius Charm in his hand, fortunately for Zach West. Drag Tusk comes down. Zachary gains 5. It's going to get syncopated. He's got to start getting those cards out of his Brad's hand.
Imagine if he's been using that Liliana. It would be at 6 right now. He could split Tamiyo versus
Yeah,
lands.
it would be great. Tamiyo's going to go to 3 to draw 3 cards.
Yep, land.
3 lands, Sundering Growth.
Wow.
Brad's in trouble.
Big trouble. all he can hope to do is draw something like a Terminus next turn. Won't deal with the Liliana, but it'll be a start.
Yeah, I mean, Zachary is really just got to make sure that he wins in time.
Yeah.
At this point, I just speed play.
Time is his biggest opponent. Duress,
nothing.
make sure the coast
Takes
is
Thundering
clear.
Growth, 2 lands. Coast is clear, swings in for 6. Kills Tameo, and then I'd say the Underworld Connection's a land.
Sure, why not?
Passes the turn.
Tension Sphere for Brad. Not that great though, because there's so many different threats. None of them have the same name.
I mean, it's Brad's trying to get a draw.
Right.
Is what his game is. He has no Entreat the Angels to save him.
No, and you know, Brad not really changing his pace of play here.
Nope, keeping it very consistent. Giving the opponent, he's going to go take Underworld Dreams. Zachary's going to go to 19, draw a card off it. He drew, is that another Underworld Dreams?
Wow, he takes out the Underworld Dreams. Okay, Brad Nelson planning on his top card being a Terminus here.
Swing 6, Brad goes on to 11. At this point, if Brad can't find an answer, Zach West can win within time.
Definitely.
He drew Deathrite Shaman.
Kind of a strange card to have in the
no, I don't
main
think,
deck.
Does he have that? No, it's in the board. Yeah, he has
yeah.
a Deathrite Shaman if she's drawn.
Versus a deck with so many sweepers, I'm not sure I like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's good because there's infinite fodder for it, however. Alright, it's going to swing him, swings Brad down to 5. Zach West will probably make Thragtusk here. It's a very safe commit to the board.
Sure.
I'll just pass.
Passing works. Think twice. Okay.
Right.
No,
Flash
do
it
that
back.
on your opponent's turn. Terminus. Alright, there's
And
the
Brad
hand.
extends the hand. Zachary West defeats Brad Nelson 2-1. Punt and locks a spot in the top 8.
Congratulations, Zachary West, taking down former Player of the Year Brad Nelson. Slaughter games on Entreat the Angels really made that so hard for Brad Nelson to win.